Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another one of my yoga tutorial videos. That tells me that you are finding value in them. And if that's the case, then I would greatly appreciate if you could share these videos or save them to come back to later, or even comment down below if you have any questions for me or if you have anything relevant to add. I would love to hear it. All of these things really help me to keep helping you and give you things that are actually useful and help me share more yoga. So today I want to share with you some of my favorite neck exercises. These are so good for this day and age, you guys. Obviously, many of us are sitting at our computers all day. We are using our technology, and I'm sure you've heard of the term tech neck. So a lot of us are popping our necks out like that. And this puts a lot of extra weight. It's said to be about even 40 extra pounds of weight onto our cervical spine, which is this little part of the spine right here. That is the neck, the back of the neck. And by adding all of this weight from our head onto our spine, by jutting it forward and being out of alignment, this is not good. This puts a lot of pressure, and this is what can also cause that sort of hunched over kind of look as you age. So you want to try to keep a natural curve in that cervical spine as much as possible. You want to try to keep it long rather than crunched back like this in your yoga poses or in your day-to-day life, kind of jutting forward out like this. So a simple trick that I like to use is just whenever I think about it, just try to pop my head back in line a little bit so that my head is fully being supported by the rest of my spine and my upper body, rather than it adding potential 40 extra pounds onto your neck, your cervical spine area. So yeah, this is a huge problem in our day and age, just like the wrist that you saw from one of my previous videos, right? And so we need to take care of it, and we need to be also really, really careful when we're doing our yoga postures. Really, you should always just be sending your gaze somewhere that it feels nice and easy on your neck, and not anything that feels like you're adding more tension to the neck space. So really try to keep that in mind as you're going through your yoga asana practice. And some of the favorite stretches that I like to do to help out the neck, again, you want to move really slowly and mindfully through these stretches and exercises, and you want to be breathing throughout. And so, as we all know, simple head and neck rolls is a nice way to start. So I like to say, to instruct it as you breathe when you come back, and then you breathe out as you come down. So you inhale as you come back and up, and exhale as you come down and sort of around the back of the neck. And then always switching direction, making sure that you do an even amount on each side. And I always like to invite my students to linger and stay in any areas that might feel a little extra juicy or a little extra sticky. Like you might feel a little something right there, and kind of just want to roll back and forth on that a couple of times. And so that can be a really, really nice way to start your practice and release any tension, especially when you're just sitting at your desk during your workday and you just need a quick refresh. Along the same lines of that one, which is not as commonly known, and this one comes from physical therapy, and I like to call them turtlenecks. They're really funny. It's kind of like you're serving your head on a platter. So just bear with me for a moment. So you want to, come to a long spine and relax your shoulders down as much as possible. And it's basically just like doing head and neck rolls, but instead you're keeping your chin level. You're keeping your head level in the same place. And instead you jut it out and then back around, out and forward, and then back around until you get a nice little, what is that called? What is that called? I forgot. Double chin, that's right. So other direction, going around like this. And this stretch really, it can be very hard to at first for people to get this one down, because you really want to try to keep like the rest of your body in place as much as possible as you move around in a circle. Looks like I'm just a little floating head. And this one is really good for stretching the small muscles, the shorter muscles in the neck. So we'll stop that there because that's a little funny, but it always brings a nice laugh when I teach that in my classes. Okay, the other very simple one you've probably already seen before is just placing your hand on the ear and then relaxing your ear down to your shoulder. So you can start off actually by relaxing the ear down to the shoulder, and then you can bring your arm up and over and just place your hand on your ear for just a little bit of added weight. So with this one, I like to instruct students to send the other hand out to the side and sort of play around there and feel into the top of the shoulder and feel and find where you get that stretch. Maybe even dipping the chin down a little bit more and just noticing where you feel that stretch. And then, yeah, you can move that hand, that opposite hand around until you feel a nice place that feels like you're getting a nice stretch, or you can just pause and find stillness somewhere that feels good. And then you can bring your hand right back and use that hand to help lift up your head. And then go ahead and release it down to the other side. Send the other arm out to the side and bring this hand up and over just to place a nice gentle bit of weight there. And don't forget to relax your shoulder down if you can. And then just feel free to move your chin up and down, or your hand out to the side to wherever it feels like you're getting the stretch. And you can just stay moving there or just find stillness. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Good, and then releasing that top hand, and nice and easy, just help your head back up. So even though kind of doing these little motions, like helping our head back up and being super gentle, like it doesn't feel necessary, your neck is a really fragile and sensitive area of the body. So it is really important to be gentle with it, even if it feels like your neck is indestructible. I would still take those precautions. Yeah, and just provide it support wherever you can. So let's see. The other one that's pretty similar to that I like to do is clasp my hands behind me and then bring that fist over to your waist, to one side of the body. And then from there, drop your ear down toward that fist. And you'll get a nice stretch here through the top of the neck, but also down the whole top of the shoulder. So this is another one where you can take some movement or you can find stillness and breathe there. And then, of course, don't forget, other side, I like to change the crossing of my fingers to put the funky side on top just to create a little more balance in the body. Drop the ear down over toward that fist. And then once again, feel into that stretch, breathe into that stretch through the side of the neck and through the top of the shoulder. And then slowly release your head and neck back up. All right, just a few more for you, okay? So another one that I really like to do is bringing my hands over onto my heart and just sort of doing a really gentle press here, a little firm but gentle press into the heart space. And then tilt your chin up to one side of the room, like basically to the corner of the room, or like diagonal from your body, basically. And then what you do is start to like shine the underside of that front jawline toward the sky. So you're like trying to like say like, hey, what's up? Like, you know, like from Joey from Friends, where he's like, how you doing? How you doing? So just think of it like that as you press your heart down and you start to really feel this through this front corner area of your neck. And then inhaling back to center and over to the other side. Again, you can change the cross of your hands, shine your chin up to diagonal from you, and then shine the underside of your jawline up toward the ceiling as you firmly but gently press down on your heart. Breathe here. How you doing? How you doing? You can practice your how you doing while you're doing this, of course. Okay, come back to neutral. And the last little one here is just going to show you from this side. Interlace your hands behind your back and just place it at the bottom of your head. So like the nape of your neck. So like right at the top of your neck. So it's not on your neck, but it's just kind of supporting underneath your head, your skull there. And then from that place, you begin to drop your chin down toward your chest, draw your elbows together, and just allow your hands to really hang out there. Or and your elbows. Just allow them to hang and relax. Totally releasing there as you stay long through the spine. And take a few deep breaths. And the more you can just allow the weight of your arms to just hang out there, and the nicer the stretch is going to feel. And then when you're ready, just slowly interlacing your hands. And once again, just helping your chin back towards center. And of course, as always, do not forget to give yourself a little love. So just a little reminder, you can always give yourself a nice little self-massage with your 2 hands. And I hope that helps. I hope that made you feel good today and it was a nice little break. And thank you so much for watching. Again, please share, comment, like, save if this was valuable to you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and take good care of that neck.